The purpose of the Un-convoluted Hierarchy Podcast is to help you better understand your work environment as I break down my own experiences as mid-level management of road construction. Greetings, navigators, and welcome back to the Un-convoluted Hierarchy Podcast, the Can You Relate series. I am your host, Kenny Rogers.
Come on, man. Sit the fuck down.
In the Word Up segment of the show, we introduce a new word, or a word hardly used in everyday speech. Word up. Capitulate. To surrender, often after negotiation of terms. To cease resisting. Will you go out with me? Really? Will you go out with me? What? Will you go out with me? OMG. Will you go out with me? I give up. Hey, don't give up, baby. Give in. Capitulate. Okay, we can go out. Really? Yeah, really. Oh my God. Where do you want to go? There are several never give up, never quit quotes by successful, well-respected people, such as, character consists of what we do on the third and fourth tries. James A. Michener. Winners never quit, and quitters never win. Vince Lombardi. You just can't beat the person who won't give up. Babe Ruth. It always seems impossible until it's done. Nelson Mandela. These are only a few powerful and true statements from well-known leaders, but I query, is there a proper time to concede? I offer, yes, there is a time to yield. Many of us listen to inspiring leaders on social media when we need encouragement to keep going in life. We seek out ways to communicate our stance on important matters as fuel to keep trying and/or try again. Be it relational, political, family matters, business endeavors, and at work. But I've found a truth that occasionally happens for the truly determined. I'm a dreamer-doer with a sickening amount of determination. Whatever I set out to do, I invest all that I am into it. Period. I've had a lot of amazing success in many endeavors. Early on in my life, whatever I decided to do, I didn't believe I couldn't. I honestly never considered boundaries or limits. For a time, I didn't employ the idea of believing that I could. I just did it. The things I accomplished often had people in my life, at the time, puzzled. With inquisitive gazes, I was asked questions like, what made you believe you could? And how did you know it would work? Reflecting their same curious look, I would answer, I didn't know I couldn't do it. I didn't know it wouldn't work. Some would say I had a desirable outlook and a natural steady focus. This is true to this day, but now it's coupled with wisdom. Again, I had the never knowing I can't, so I just do attitude. It was a positive behavior, but still very naive. I didn't wake up to the naivety until I was about 38 years old. due to a failed relationship. Learning from the investment of a relational commitment that looked nothing like what I put into it caused me to understand many other previous quests. When the lights, bells, and whistles finally went off in my head, a flood of understanding emerged. Like life, flashing before my eyes, a series of challenging memory clips in past relationships, work environments, and even family dealings suddenly made sense. But the awakening I gathered in a failed relationship didn't stop there. It was just the beginning. After I decided to move from a marriage I couldn't make work, I relocated from Florida to Dallas, Texas. Prior to the move, I was already heavily involved in a business I created. I had capital to sustain me during the adjustment phase in a new location. So, all I had to do was what I've always done. Just get out there and do it. I had no doubt I would make things work in my new environment. I mean, it worked before, even under very difficult circumstances. And besides, I always land on my feet. So, I lean into my natural belief and steady focus of determination. I got this. Fast forwarding 6 months, I not only couldn't find a client, I literally couldn't give my services away pro bono. Respectfully, I was on the same level or better than my local competitors. All right. I've tried everything, and now my capital is running out. Okay, time to shift gears. I've got to find a job. Throughout my life, from the age of 13, I never went a week without work. If one job didn't work out, I had a new one in 3 days or less. This is Dallas. There's a ton of open opportunities out here. I've got this. For 3 months, my job was looking for a job, and still no job. What the hell is going on? Here is where I started a party I never thought I would attend. Pity. Gosh, I'm a good man. I try with everything I've got. I love to love and give my all to a woman. I went in with intentions of us, we, team, power couple. And after all the faith, patience, and effort, I ended up with just a roommate, and the marriage still ended. I've given lectures on business development, and I can't even make my business work. With all that I can prove I know how to do well, I can't find a job. Lady, I want a job, not your job. Why are you acting intimidated? God, I didn't quit. I would never do that. I just don't know what else to do. I was born with a high level of empathy, humility, and drive. But my empathy, humility, and understanding of homeless people is on a whole new level. At 40 years old, I became one. The level of anger, confusion, emotional and physical exhaustion that I suffered. I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. Notwithstanding, all people of greatness had to make a stop at the point of believing there is no way life will ever work out. Even at my lowest, I understood this, but it damn sure didn't make the interim to greatness any easier. Standing in the midst of the darkest moment of my life, I was exhausted and confused, so I conceded to the moment. There is nothing else I can do. The moment I knew there was nothing else I could do, things began to work. I was 42 years old. Only 5 months after finally finding an amazing work opportunity, the only way anyone would know I was once homeless is if I told them. Here is a clip from my audio-video diary. I just moved out of my mother's house. I am a 42-year-old man. My name is Kenny Rogers. I just went through over 2.5 years, almost 3 years in March of pure hell. God snatched the rug out from up under me, and I really went through it. All that I ever tried did not work, and I'm just now able to, circumstances had me, lose absolutely everything. I lost everything. I got a divorce. I lost my vehicles. I lost all my video equipment. I lost everything. I got evicted from apartments twice in 1 year. Twice in 1 year. As soon as I thought I was about to get on my feet again, things went haywire, and I ended up back in my mother's house. And within 3 years, I literally moved about 8 or 9 times. This is probably the 10th time. And I did a movie, my last film, called Interview with the Prince. Things have come full circle to where the character I played, named Bishop Bernard Johnson, I literally lived his life for real. Like, for real. To bring it home for you, I am in the exact hotel right now that I filmed Interview with the Prince. The exact same hotel. I went from Lake Mary and I moved to Dallas. I went from Dallas to the Cayman Islands. And then I left from there back to Dallas, lost my apartment in Dallas, had to move back to Tampa and live with my mother for almost 2 years. And then I finally moved out of my mother's place today. And I am in the very hotel I filmed Interview with the Prince. The character Bishop stayed here. And this is literally my life right now. God is bringing me out, and I know he put me through all that for a reason. And I'll get back to you guys about that later, but it's real. The situations in the Bible with Jacob and Joseph, all the hell they went through before they got promoted, even David, Paul, it's real. And the only thing left right now for me is that promise. Right now, I got a really good job as a filmmaker. I'm sorry, I'm supposed to be a filmmaker. I got a really good job as an inspector, roadway construction. That's what I used to do. Then I became a filmmaker. Now I'm back to doing roadway construction. Really good job. The money's good, but I got to start from scratch. I'm living in a hotel right now. So, I mean, I've been through things that I never thought in my life I would have to go through. But I made it. And the only thing left is my promise. I am truly grateful for my job right now. I got a brand new truck, a Ford extended cab F-250, 5-seater. You know, it's brand new. Good paying job. I'm grateful. I mean, I had cars, I had homes, you know, I was married, and I had video equipment. I had everything. I was set up. I had businesses, everything. But this is what I own. That, what you see in the corner, right there, is all I own. And this is the hotel that I'm staying in. The very place that I filmed my last feature film. Everything that I own could fit right there in the corner in virtually like 3-4 bags. But I lost everything. But at least I know everything that I get back will be brand new. I still have faith. I'm tired. I've been through hell. Things I never thought that I would ever have to go through. And I can't express it all in a 6-minute video. But it's going to encourage people. I have a different perspective on struggling folks. People that you see struggle, bumps on the street even. These are not bad people. Because I was right there. If it wasn't for my mother, I would have literally been living on the street. I was one day away from having my car repossessed in Dallas and being completely stranded and evicted. But God made a way for me to get back to my mother, and I had to go through a season of something I never, ever want to go through again. And I won't. It was that bad. I've never been a person before the past 3 years to think, well, I always thought before the past three years, why would a person ever want to take their lives? But the past 3 years, I've thought about it several times. And I'm just being honest, because things got that bad. I know stuff. I have experience. I'm good at what I do. And I have put out every ounce of effort I could put out for this life. And I failed miserably at every turn. When God shuts the doors, you ain't getting in until he lets you in. Period. But I'm here now. This is the beginning of the turn and the shift. I know it has to be, because I can't take any more. But anyway, I didn't want to make this video long. I just wanted to have some real moments. I just now was able to have the energy to do this and have the strength and the mind to actually take footage and express in the moment what I've been going through. It's been a rough journey, but God is good. God is real. The struggle, Jacob, Joseph, David, all that they've been through, it's real. So if that is real, so is the promise. And I'm almost there. In the name of Jesus. Talk to you soon. The moral of the story is you have to give everything you have to what you believe is for you. You have to try your hardest to make or keep things right. Yes, you have to just do it and never give up. But there are some things you will face that you can't fix because you're not supposed to. Call it God, universal law, good or bad luck. Whatever you call it will put you in situations you can't seem to get out of or fix. Why would an entity cause or allow bizarre, confusing, and dangerous circumstances to happen to folks with humility, integrity, and an insane amount of effort expended? Simply put, wisdom. Just because you believe or even know you can doesn't mean you should. You may be a loving, caring, outstanding human being, but the person you chose to be in a relationship with may not have those qualities. Moreover, they may never understand you or see your heart, regardless of what you've proven. Yet, you don't stop dating. Wisdom will let you know how far to go and when you should let them go. Be it friends, family, or co-workers, when you've explained yourself ad nauseum and they still don't understand, you have to let it go. But what if I'm trying to save someone from something dangerous? When you continuously try to save a person who is standing on the edge and they fall over anyway, it is just as much your fault as theirs. Sometimes a well-meaning helping hand is the palm that pushes people over the edge. The more you try to help, the more defiant they become. Situations you can't seem to fix will just leave you broken. Sometimes you have to quit, not just to save you, but them too. Pouring all of your energy into a broken vessel will spill to the floor and leave you both empty. I'm out of time, but here is a clip of what to expect in the next episode of the Un-convoluted Hierarchy Podcast. Giving someone authority is like giving someone a license to kill. Not always a physical death, but people with even superficial power can kill the soul of a man. Sadly, this is nothing new and happens all the time. Just because someone was put in a position of authority does not mean they know best. It's easier to keep up with new episodes when you click the follow button and turn on notifications. Remember, fellow navigators, circumstances don't change. You do. See you next time.